What's going on? So I have a new toy product device thing today for the purpose of having an air compressor in the back of my car, and I got a Thor's Lightning air compressor with a digital display on the front, and then I got the same brand Thor's Lightning fast air system, which is a all-in-one fill up all four of your tires at the same time or deflate all four of your tires at the same time. So I've only got half of it hooked up because my parking spot is really narrow and I can only get to one side of my car, and I'm just testing this out in the driveway. But right now you can see I got it hooked up to my left hand side tires, and both tires are at 46.2 psi. They're the same pressure, which actually isn't by the design of this car, but the system is set up such that it makes it the easiest possible process to inflate and deflate tires, which means a lazy person like myself would actually probably do it. So they connect to the tire with a quick disconnect chuck and do it one-handed, and then they put these in series into the same air line, and then they connect back up to the main body. Then the other half would go out of this air line back to the other set of tires, and then the air compressor hose from the air compressor connects in here, plugs in there, and then you would open up the valve. If you want to deflate, you can just take the air compressor off and then open the valve and then deflate a little bit at a time until you get to the right PSI. If you want to inflate, you hook this bad boy up, plug it in here. And so it comes with a 12 volt connector like you would use for like battery terminals with the clips or whatever. But I opted to go, my battery is in a really dumb place. It's behind this panel here inside my car, which means I got to take the body panel off, and there's a really awful latch mechanism that you have to work with to get back there. So instead I just hooked up one of these like 12 volt connectors, and then it just plugs right up, and then you can set your PSI that you want it to go to. You can go all the way up to 60 or down to 35 or whatever the number is, and then you press start and it'll just keep running until it hits that pressure. And what it does, it's kind of neat. It runs for a couple seconds, checks the pressure when it normalizes, and then runs for a few more seconds until it gets to where it wants to be. And if you have it hooked up to this guy, you're going to do all four tires at the same exact time, which means that a lazy person like myself might actually use this system to make a good air pressure, air down on an off-road road, and then air back up when you get to the other side, which is pretty cool. So haven't used it in the field, and I will definitely do that at some point, but using it around the driveway here, it worked really well. It's not super loud. It's a whole heck of a lot cheaper than the ARB equivalent product, and I kind of like it. And it comes with this really nice bag. So this is the bag for the air hoses. You got a regular air line, then you have the air line with the two clips on there, and then this is the bag that the compressor comes in, and then it came with these little accessories here, your standard air compressor accessories if you wanted to use those. Overall, I really like it. One thing I forgot to mention is the way that the plate on this is mounted. So this has rubberized feet, and then the actual air compressor is mounted to these rubber shocks here that insulates vibrations or whatnot on all 4 feet. So conceivably you could take this mount plate here, disconnect it from the bottom of this, and attach it to, like, say my tailgate here. If you wanted, I wouldn't do that, but if you wanted to, you could. But that's kind of a nice feature. And even on the back of my tailgate, it didn't vibrate or make any weird noises when it was running. Just kind of a nice additional feature there. And that's the whole kit.